Labour Party faction, led by Senator Nenadi Usman, has dismissed claims by Julius Abure's camp to expel Peter Obi from the party as laughable and illegal. In a statement by Ken Asogwa, Usman's media advisor, the group accused Abure loyalists whose tenures were nullified by the Supreme Court of plotting a fake meeting to discredit Obi over his coalition efforts. Asogwa described the Abure camp as impostors acting for hidden interest, stating that they lack any moral or legal authority to speak for the party. He reaffirmed that Obi's coalition involvement enjoys full support from the party's legitimate leadership, as stated in an earlier declaration on May 25, 2025. The public was urged to disregard any statements from the expelled faction and rely solely on official communications from Senator Usman's office. The Usman-led leadership emphasized that attempts to malign Obi reflect desperation and pose no threat to his rising political influence. Peter Obi aligned with the ADC, and then we learned recently that the Julius Abure-led faction of Labour Party gave him 24 hours ultimatum to declare his stance, and now we hear Usman saying we should disregard. That we seem to be in a mix.
I think the Labour Party crisis is deepening every day, and that shows that the party cannot even be able to put itself together. That is also similar to what is happening in other parties like the PDP as well. The APC is also having issue. Almost every political party in Nigeria today is having crisis. Even the ADC, the new coalition, already there is crisis there. The interim leadership, they are now in court challenging their authority and all of that. In the Labour Party, Julius Abure's issue has been long-standing. And I wonder why they couldn't put their house together. Because if the Labour Party had put its house together and they worked together with Peter Obi, had they moved into the 2023 general elections, and then as they lost the election, they put themselves together as a common front, they may have been able to take over power in 2027. What we are having now, 24 hours ultimatum for Peter Obi to resign, all of these are crises. And I'm still also like wondering what Peter Obi is doing in the Labour Party, because we know that one leg is in the Labour Party, one leg is in the ADC, which is the new coalition. We also have similar thing with the FCT minister, one leg in the PDP, one leg in the APC. All of these put together, it is clear to Peter Obi that he cannot go and seek for tickets in Labour Party. Which faction is he going to seek for ticket from in Labour Party? I believe he has his own faction that he respects as a faction that is legitimate. Okay. But is that faction legitimate to INEC that will accept nomination from them? And what is the chances of Peter Obi accepting or going as the presidential flag bearer of Labour Party, emerging or winning the election? Is not there. So he should take a stand, focus on where he is. Those who are in the coalition have all relinquished their membership of other parties. Rotimi Amechi has resigned from the APC and is focusing on the ADC. We have also seen resignation letter from David Mark, the interim chairman of the party. He's focusing there. All others are resigning. So what is he doing there? He should just step out. Already we know how he brought Labour Party to limelight in Nigeria. But then certain interests within the party do not want him to see the glory of what he has done. And I don't see any reason why he should continue to be there. He has said that in 2027 he's going to seek the presidential ticket. And everybody is looking forward to him seeking that ticket on the platform of the ADC. And everyone believes that this is the time for him to move in to the party, because his continuous delay to move into the ADC as a member may also affect his chances of clinching the presidential ticket of that party tomorrow, because they will tell him that you are just coming despite your indication of interest to be part of us. Okay. Those who have been member before you, who are also interested, will be given preference. All of those things will come. I know quite well that the reason why he is not trying to move out of the Labour Party at this point in time is because the leadership crisis in the ADC, especially around the presidential ticket, is going to destroy the opposition coalition. We are all aware of that. So he's trying to see if he is not given opportunity in Labour Party, ADC, he will go back to Labour Party and pick ticket. But the point here remains that the chances of Peter Obi having his name on the ballot paper in 2027 is very, very slim. Either from the ADC or from the Labour Party is very, very slim. And even if he finds his name on the ballot paper at the end of the day, he's not going to make third position the same way he made it in 2023.
So if you are especially close, if you are Peter Obi in this situation, what would be your decision?
My decision here would have been to resign from the Labour Party. You cannot climb a tree holding something in your hand. Leave the Labour Party. The Labour Party is in disarray. The Labour Party is in crisis. You have every reason within the constitution and ambit of the law to say this is the reason why I left the party. Now you focus on the coalition, where you have indicated interest to be a part of. When that happens, and it is time for the primaries for the tickets, if you win there, you take it. If you don't win, work with the people within that purview to push for the ADC to win. Because I have told people, just like I keep telling those who are agitating for Biafra, that if you want to achieve Biafra, it's relatively easy, but not very easy. But if you want it to be hasty, process to be hasty, then you share power. You share power.
Okay.
That is what they should do in the coalition now. The leaders of the party, all of them who are seeking the presidential ticket, should sit down and say, okay, let us go for the primaries. If I win, I take. If I don't win, I take it that way. Then if I don't win, I will become the campaign organization chairman. Or I will be secretary, you'll be secretary of government at the end of the day. Or you'll be appointed. Positions should be shared.
Okay.
So that when one person loses, others will not go about defecting or scattering the coalition. They support that person to win, and then they share power within the government. Then there may be another opportunity for them in the future to come in. This is what they should do. But when you have a politics that is played in such a way that winner takes all, the winner takes all, and others don't want to support the winner, and before you know, I'm telling them that if they don't know what they are doing, they may think they want to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but the coalition, the life and death of the coalition is in the presidential ticket.
Okay.
The moment they don't handle it properly, the coalition will collapse, and Tinubu will walk dengue back to Aso Rock in 2027.
I was to ask you if you're indirectly insinuating that ADC stands a chance as a major opposition to APC.
Yeah, they're very, very strong. But the only time bomb in the party is the presidential ticket. Atiku is out for the ticket. Peter Obi is out for the ticket. Rotimi Amechi is out for the ticket. The three of them are contending for that ticket. And when you look at Atiku, he's from the north. Currently, there is power in the south. Tinubu is supposed to do double tenure as a certain candidate. So, to me, Atiku is out. The two people standing now are Rotimi Amechi and Peter Obi. Now, what are the chances of these two people? Atiku will not want to step down for any of them. As far as we are concerned, he will with his resources or everything, he has it to push for the 774 delegate to bring him on board as the party bearer. But he's not going to win because there is power in the south currently, and the only person and people that can come in here are people from the south. So that when they win, like Peter Obi have said, Rotimi Amechi have said, they do single tenure to complete the town of the south. The power returns to the north. But you are going to have a system whereby Atiku will insist on being the party's ADC's presidential flag bearer. And the moment he picks the ticket, it's easier for Tinubu to return to office because power must remain in the South in 2031.
I'm looking at the clash of interest. You mentioned the three candidates. I'm looking at the clash of interest. Peter Obi, Atiku, and Rotimi Amechi. And then we are still saying that they stand a chance of posing as a major opposition to APC with these clash of interest.
That is where the issue is. Because when the primaries will be conducted in the ADC, if Atiku clinches the tickets, will Amechi support? Remember what also happened in 2022 or thereabout. When the APC conducted its primaries, Tinubu picked the ticket. Rotimi Amechi pulled out of the whole process. Didn't support the government and said he wasn't going to support the government. Throughout the campaign, he wasn't part of it until now he eventually supported a coalition to remove his own party man. So anybody that picks the ticket there, are other people going to support that person? If they don't support, then everything will just, fall apart, and the center cannot hold. And the moment the center cannot hold, they cannot be able to present a common front to challenge the APC. So the coalition is like death on arrival, because we know that what is going to destroy the coalition is the interest of those people, because everybody there, the three of them, are desperate to become the flag bearer of the ADC. And that clash of interest is going to destroy coalition. That is what the presidency and APC is just waiting for that to happen. And then they will tell them that we told you the coalition is not going to go anywhere, because they know the character of the people that are there. Atiku wants to be president of Nigeria, do or die wants to be president of Nigeria. And this is the last chance he has. And he will do everything he can to be able to clinch that ticket. And we all know that if it is normal election, he's going to clinch the ticket with resources and everything. He's going to clinch the ticket. But when he clinches the ticket, is he going to be elected at the poll? No. Because if Peter Obi does not support him, or Rotimi Amechi does not support him, he's not going to emerge. And these two people are not going to support him because they know that power is in the south.
Okay.
if they support Atiku for power to be taken from the south, then it's going to be a very big issue to them, even after the election.
I will ruling out the PDP.
PDP is nowhere. In fact, PDP is like the fourth force, not even the third force. Because the shackles and the carcasses of the PDP now is cascading into the ADC. So the major contributor to the ADC coalition is the PDP as we speak. Some of them are leaving for the APC, some are leaving for the ADC. So the PDP is a shopping mall now, where the PDP, I mean the APC and the ADC are going to shop for candidates and members. So the PDP is completely out.
Also, let me also ask, why does it look like most of these parties are having internal crises?
Yeah, it's because in Nigeria, people take politics as a do-or-die affair. They have no ideology in their parties, and everybody wants to be king at a time. Nobody is prepared to support the other person because it is a winner-take-all process, whereby you have someone that emerges as president, doesn't carry others along as much as he should. People get into a position and they just immense words and control everything without having to carry others along. So everybody wants to be there so that they can have a piece of the national cake. So that is why you have a lot of crises. And people in Nigeria also believe that if you want to be part of a system, you cause problem. If you are gentle, calm, going and playing the game according to the rules, they don't carry you along. But when you create problem, they involve you and you get a piece of the national cake. So that is why you have crisis everywhere, because all of them who have gone to court, all of those creating crisis will be called to the table to negotiate with them. That negotiation means money will exchange hands. So they create problems so that they can benefit from it. So they are conflictpreneurs in all of these processes. So they create problem to make money from it, and that is it. It's all like we do talk about Boko Haram, banditry, and even militancy in the Niger Delta. We have told people that these have come to stay. They will not go out any day because people are making money from it. So it's just unfortunate like that.
No, you mentioned manifestos. The party is like the vehicle that takes the candidate to where it's going to now. Should the focus only be on the individual or what the party has to offer?
No, I think what the party has to offer, that is where the focus should be, because the manifesto of the party is what will make people to see if they are going to vote for that party or not. What are those things they promise to do? Are they doing them? We are trying to talk about strong institutions and not strong individuals. But what we have in this system, you have more of strong individuals other than strong institutions. But as we speak, I believe that the manifesto of the ADC is being put together, and with time it will be unveiled. And some of their policies must be leftist to be different from what the federal government is currently doing and what the APC that is ruling is currently doing. So when they put all of those together, then we look at their integrity, we try to fact check them to see if what they are saying are things that they will be able to do, and if some of the things they are saying are true. And then we begin to see how that can be sold to Nigerians to support them. But a lot of people are still saying that the people in the ADC are all recycled politicians. But you cannot do without that, because there are the people at the apex as we speak. With time, others who are being trained from the different levels will now begin to come on that space. By this time in 1960, 1970, 1980, and 1990, never saw these faces that are currently there. But with time, they are generated from the periphery to the center, and we begin to see their faces. So the manifesto is very, very key. And I believe that if they are able to put their manifesto together, looking at the ills of the current administration, things they have failed to do, things that they are not doing well, and they are able to shape it in such a way that they can tell Nigeria this is what we are going to do, then it may help them to win the election. That is if leadership crisis does not destroy the ADC even before the 2027 general elections.
One more question. One of the candidates in ADC, Rotimi Amechi, he made a comment. He said only Nigerians can change their fates, their fates. And I want to...
that is very correct.
But we from the last election, there has been significant apathy on the side of electorate.
Yeah, political and voter apathy is always there. But if only 1 million people comes out of the 200 and something million we have and vote, they are still the same set of Nigerians is talking about that can, determine their fate. So voter apathy is always there. This apathy has always made the number of votes cast in election to reduce. But no matter how few those votes are, when they come to the ballot box, the person that has the majority is the person that is going to win. So if Nigerians decide to vote for them, then they are going to win. If Nigerians say, we are not voting for you, then they are not going to win. But then it is beyond the voting of Nigerians. Okay. Because even when Nigerians have voted, INEC is a problem that we have in this country. We know what happened in 2023, how the system was skewed at the 11th hour, leading to certain issues for which the current president emerged, and people started complaining, even up to the Supreme Court. So the people will vote, and the system should allow the vote to count. That is what we should be talking about here. But to a very large extent, I agree totally with Rotimi Amechi that Nigerians will determine their fate. When they are able to put themselves together come out with a single candidate and all of them agree to support that candidate, then they will leave the rest for Nigerians to either vote for them or not vote for them. And then when they have voted, their vote should be able to count by INEC providing the level playing ground for all political parties and candidates to participate in the election.